All right. After Irma's brutal uppercut, the bugbear is back on the ground, and Marcus is invisibly stalking the walls.
All right. Do I have a shot on the bugbear?
Yeah.
Okay. This would be hunt normally.
What are you using? One-handed or two-handed? Oh, the Kraken gun.
Yep.
Then yeah, it'll be hunt. But you'll also trigger its focus. Still, it didn't actually switch back to Irma.
Oh, it did.
Really?
It doesn't think you're as big of a threat as the Kraken gun after it just took out that whole Hydra in one shot.
But I technically got a success.
You
not the
heard it,
weapon,
but
it's the wielder.
your intent was to damage it. If you wanna taunt it, that's emote. If you wanna bait it again.
Yeah, I want to be able to do that before Jacques makes the roll, because right now the focus is on the Kraken gun, and if anything happens with the Kraken gun, Marcus is probably going to show up or something. Who knows?
All right. So yeah, if you want to emote to bait the bugbear, then you'll have normal effect, controlled, or sorry, limited effect, controlled position.
Okay.
So you can bump up your effect by doing something that'll scare it more, or putting yourself in a riskier position.
Let me look real quick.
Or you could just push.
Yeah, I don't really have the stress for that. I mean, I technically can, which means I get access to another ability. Yeah, let's do it.
You go into
Okay.
exhausted?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go to exhausted.
It's not
Push
that
it.
bad in this game. Remember, we learned that last
Shut
time.
up! It hasn't been bad for you
Okay.
yet.
Don't worry.
It's only
Alright.
because you play favorites for the GM.
We're still alive.
So you are
Oh, it
now
was whack too.
loudly and with all of your effort making this this challenge to bait the bugbear into attacking you.
I am sick and tired of going through some evolution process just to get even more definitive in the brain. Oh, so we could have become a higher species, and then we're gonna go ahead and just eat all of our brothers and sisters' heads off. What the? Just going off.
Okie doke. And
Because that's the only way that Irma would probably actually even emote to begin with.
so the bugbear sees a delicious goblin flailing around above it, and it's probably going to be tempted. So let's call that controlled normal.
Excellent.
All right. And it is baited, so it is switching its focus to you, and then it is going to climb up the wall.
Ugh.
All right. Can I shoot this thing?
Yep.
I'm assisting.
Okay, so you've got a threat 3 harpoon, so that's putting you at normal effect against it.
All right. I only have one dot in hunt. It would be much nice. I'm assuming I can't shoot this thing with one hand.
Yeah.
I figured that would be pushing that and not in the forges in the dark sense.
Yeah. So yeah,
All
it will
right,
be with hunt.
It's with hunt. Okay. That's cool.
Can't help you. Sorry.
I can set you up. I can get the shot better.
That would be cool. Fine with me.
Cool. Grigsby is survey abusing his way.
Oh my gosh. If you go into another monologue, so helpful.
So
I said the quiet part out loud.
So
Okay.
lining up the shot for him as a setup action, sounds like it'll be controlled normal this time, because
Okay.
the target is right where you want it to be.
Okay, here we go. Roll 3d6. Not gonna push. Just gonna try. Ooh.
Okay, so this is where I bring up the rule that in Deathwish, positions are not a promise; they're your character's belief.
Oh.
So
Oh.
this is
GM
where
wrath.
Marcus appears invisibly behind you.
Oh, this motherfucker.
And while you're surveying, he's going to grab you and
Son of a bitch.
throw you off the wall.
Oh wait, I wanted to get close to it though. Okay, I gotta claw my way.
So you wanna resist that, or you want
Resist it to remain grappled?
Mm-hmm.
Resist being grappled in the first place?
So it's one consequence. If you resist, you won't be thrown off the wall, but he will still be grabbing you.
That's
Or
okay.
if,
I want
or
to
if you
get
die
close
hard
to
it, then you resist both.
No, I want to
Think-
get close to him.
Think about it, Grigsby. I can set you on fire again,
Yeah,
and that
yeah.
would light him on fire.
Opens
All
up
right.
all sort of creative options. Let's
So
get
to keep him
close.
from throwing you off the wall, prowess seems most appropriate. But since it was a surprise attack, awareness would make sense too.
Cool.
Sure.
So 2d6. 5.
Okay,
Minus-
so 1 stress, and you manage to drop your weight, and he can't throw you off the wall. But in the meantime, you point Jack in the right spot to get a critical hit on this bugbear.
All right, so that's 2 dice. So that's
You have 2 dice in hunt.
well, with one, if he's helping me.
It's a setup
Let-
action
yeah,
right
okay.
now.
Okay, so I have 1 die.
Yeah.
And what's the position right now?
So because he gave you normal effect with the setup action, I'm going to say that drops your position to controlled and bumps your effect up to greater.
Okay, and I could trade position
Mm-hmm.
for.
And that'd get you up to risky extreme, which would
Okay.
almost finish off the bugbear with that 1 shot.
All right, risky extreme, and I'm assuming that after I get this thing into this creature, I could do another flashback to a finesse roll to get grenades into.
Yes. Yep.
Okay. And so I'm trying to figure out whether trading position for effect makes sense. If I were to succeed in that finesse roll, would I need to trade position for effect on this first roll in order to take it out?
Let's see. Grenades are threat 3, scale 1. So that would be greater effect if it can't avoid it. So that'll be 3 ticks. Yeah, so if it doesn't reduce effect as a consequence on either of those, then a greater hit followed by a greater explosion will finish it off.
All right, so I think probably not trading position for effect makes sense here.
Okie doke. Just taking a controlled greater shot.
Right, and I think I would like to push to get 1 more die since I only have 1 dot in hunt.
Okay.
Okay, so I'd be rolling 2 dice
Mhm.
here.
You got this.
Irma, do you have hunt? Because this could be a good chance for you to assist
I
here.
don't. That is the one thing I don't have. I have 2 sitting, and you know what? No, I'm gonna go ahead and spend one of my morale I already got earlier today.
One of your morale? You mean potential?
Potential, yes.
And
Okay.
not the same.
Wait,
Yeah,
All right,
potential
so
and
let me-
morale are very different.
Yes.
give me a second because I need to verify.
Okay.
What total do you guys have in actions plus potential right now? 9 or?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
3, 6.
I only have 8.
Okay, then you probably do have 1 potential.
Oh, well, then in that case, we're going to put 1 in hunt. Hey, I can help you.
Cool. All right, so that gives me
3 dice
so
then.
if I push, that gives me 3 dice.
Wait, Irma, aren't you exhausted? Oh, do you have morale to spend?
I got
Okay.
2 sitting there.
Well, now you've got 1.
All right,
There's
so
a
that gives
reason
me
why I
3
had
dice.
it.
Okay, I'm rolling.
Yeah.
Chunk! And the harpoon sinks deep into the bugbear, hurting
Yeah.
it badly.
Take
All right.
that.
1, 2, 3.
Let me mark off stress for that push before I forget. Okay, so I have 2 dice in finesse to be able to load this thing up with
Grenades.
grenades.
Yep.
Um,
Don't forget that for the rest of the mission, I have what's called substance abuser. I get to spend King's Conscious while exhausted. I gain 1 morale each time an ally, not myself, takes harm.
Oh.
So if
You
you
blow a
do
few fingers off here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Irma would
goody.
appreciate it.
That would be nice. I'll see what I can manage for you.
Thank
Uh,
you. So kind.
All right, and I have
So that
three
should be risky greater.
risky greater. All right, I have 3 stress less left.
I can assist you if you would
Okay.
like, because I do have finesse and I have another morale.
Okay. All right, that would be cool. That would give me 3 dice.
Yes. Because honestly, this is what we want to do. We want to finish this thing off.
We want to take this guy out, yeah, so that we can then deal with Mr. Invisible there. All right, so that's 3 dice. Rolling, and a 6.
Perfect. Boom! And the bugbear explodes all over Irma, who is at close range.
Hmm.
So you are showered in acidic chunks, but presumably your pot or something is gonna defend you there.
We found the secret of harpoon grenades. Apparently, that's a powerful combination. Kill a lot of things with harpoon grenades.
You've learned what sailors have known for centuries. Yes.
Harpoon grenades.
Yep.
Hey,
All right. So there's just one enemy left. The
One
one
people.
who's holding Grigsby in a grapple. It's like, haha, I've still got your friend.
yep.
So what? I can get another.
It's true. It's true.
Irma's cold.
Honestly, all I need is a little splinter of his body. I could grow another one. I think I'm good with plants. Not 100% positive on that.
I'm great with plants.
but Irma, you're willing to take that risk.
Exactly.
Okay, can I just say one thing though?
What is it focus on though?
Yeah.
He doesn't have a focus anymore.
Okay, I would like to throw pocket sand at him.
Okay. Technically, you can.
Okay.
You're in desperate position,
Great.
and you will have limited. Do you have pocket sand? Do you have a load for
Well,
pocket
I'm a
sand?
tree. I'm a dryad. So I
And
was
trees are
thinking-
known for having sand in them.
saw, I don't know, some form of
Sawdust? Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Yeah,
sawdust.
you're full of termites. That makes total sense. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're gonna sawdust him. Sure. That
Pocket.
sounds like a desperate normal setup action.
Please tell me this isn't the stuff that you kept after throwing up from alcohol in the bar.
Okay. What should I roll for this?
What do you want to roll for it? You're throwing something with one hand, so draw would be
favorite
the
question.
obvious choice.
Can just
You're also doing
we have
something.
Elise as an ally. Can she be distracting him while he's doing that to try to make his position better?
Where has
Sure, do you
Elise
wanna do
been
that
this
as a-
entire time?
An assist or a setup action?
Yo, let's have her try to drop kick this guy. Just see how powerful she is. Like,
Well, she's got those water arms,
oh, that's right. Yeah, like slap him around a little bit.
right? So she could even possibly do this from, a little bit distance away, so that she's not quite in.
Oh my
such a-
gosh. Irma is just
The
replacing-
water arms are melee range still.
Okay, yeah, okay, all right. So I imagine she'd be trying to assist, right?
Okay, so that'll just pay one of your stress.
Okay, so I'm assisting through her. All right, so that drops me down to 2 stress left. Okay.
Next time on Dice Pool. Okay. So I would like to either. Can I dabble? Can I roll dabble? Is that roll dabble?
You know what? Since you're using a natural ability of your character, I'll say sure. Yes,
Yes!
You're having the termites
Thank you.
blow
I just-
their sawdust at him.
Yes.
favorite of the GM. I'm just gonna say that one more time.
Oh,
Perfect. So you're like, whew, haha, and he is going to just pummel you unrelentingly
Yes.
until you are
Pocket
broken. So that'll be broken harm, no effect.
Oh,
uh,
I'm hearing the morale. That's so beautiful. It was worth it.
God.
Irma, do you still have the
Marcus.
one load for the King's Conscience?
Hmm?
Because you do have
Yeah.
to take a load of King's Conscience. Okay, so You drink the drug,
no.
and then as Grigsby gets the crap beat out of him, you're just like, I'm happy
Oh,
about
this
this.
is the best shot ever. She's got some stale popcorn or something in the bottom of her of her.
All right. Well, can I shoot him?
Yeah.
I've got my pistol right there, and I'm not.
Grigsby's
far away.
just bleeding sap and sawdust everywhere.
So while he's while
Yeah.
so bravely being pounded into sawdust, I'm gonna take aim and try to blow him away. I have 2 stress left, so I could exhaust myself with a push for effect.
What roll are you using?
Well, you're already at risky normal if you're taking aim,
Right.
and that's all he's got left.
Oh, okay. All right, then I'll not bother pushing then. So that's 3 dice.
Mhm.
Okay. So 6.
Blam! And you put him down.
And I'm gonna get up and be like, sawdust worked.
Dude, you're like probably drooling on the ground. I think like Irma will kind of like walk up and like pat your face or something. You're like,
All right. So in the interest of time, I'm going to just sort of narrate that the townsfolk are very grateful. They promise they will put together a new troop of canaries who will help you with the king fight, and they send an escort to take you home.
Okay.
So everybody can clear off their harm, their stress, their load, their supplies, and everybody can take 1 veteran ability. And so we can go ahead and discuss that on air while I make some changes in the Roll20 here.
Cool.
And then we'll just go straight into the king mission.
Cool. All right.
you moved the ability. No, you did not.
Yeah, I rearranged the veteran
Okay,
abilities, but
yeah.
they're still
I was
the
like,
same.
it's supposed. Okay.
Who's on it? Ian, are you on it? Highlight that.
Not high.
Oh no. Who's on it? Someone show. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Thank you. Is this Anonymous Kangaroo? You're the real MVP.
I think that's probably me. I don't know.
Okay, what am I gonna pick? I kind of want to get Memorial, and then that way, if I die, you gotta talk about me.
Another stupid story.
Yeah.
Oh, but we have to tell it.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, it'd be really bad, Jacques, is if we actually got like knockoff sale items of Grigsby's Lethian ink from his book, and then we just retold the memories as he told them. Oh God, that'd be awful. Like bar drunk worthy scene.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Memorial.
Oh, I can't believe it.
See what you've done, Ian? I'm preparing for my death in Deathwish.
Probably wise.
This is messed up, man. Like, okay.
I think I'm gonna go with not yet.
Oh,
Roll
I
good
did.
one for this super deadly thing.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I'm thinking of obsessed.
Do we get any more potential?
Nope.
No.
You have reached the limits of your potential, at least until you defeat this king.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and take obsessed.
Ooh, what does that do?
When you push through broken, you get to push for dice as well for free. You're enthralled by one thing, an activity, a person, or an ideology. Making others suffer. No, I'm joking.
Darkness falls.
Your ideology is sadism.
I'm sorry. I just had to say it. It's funny. Oh my gosh.
Good stuff. Yes, Survive a coma train. Well, that's a new one. I don't think I've seen that one before.
It's an older one. It's a
Oh,
trauma though.
Yeah, and you didn't trauma this session.
no, it was all according to plan. Grigsby.
Not according to Irma's plan. I would have set you on fire after that.
That's true. No, we have to. We gotta not abuse it. You know, like we.
Yeah,
gotta
you
save
guys
it for
rolled
this-
an
this mission.
insane number of sixes that session. I thought you
Yeah.
were gonna do.
Jack was on
way
fire.
worse.
Did Jack have a single failure?
I don't think he even had a mixed success.
No, I had 1 or 2 mixed,
All right.
Yeah, Jack was on fire.
but not the important ones.
I
Right,
got that
he
critical.
had a 4, and he had a 5, and that's it.
Yep.
And then last session, he had 2 fails.
Mhm.
4, 5, 6. Sorry, 6.
Well, I tend to really hunt for dice. So.
7. Yeah, I'm looking at dice right now. He's only had like 7 or 8 max of not 6s being included in the roll.
Mhm.
I
So
feel like
yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take obsessed.
nice.
Why not?
Oh,
What are you gonna go with?
I'm going
Great.
over.
Grigsby went with Memorial. You don't know what you're gonna go for yet?
yeah, Jack went with not yet.
Not yet. So
It's a good one.
if I die, I'll get to do one last thing.
Nice.
All right. So is that everybody ready?
Yep.
Okay. So, you find out that the horde of Orthain Kinslayer is attacking Scarlet Bay, and they're on the march there now. And so that will be probably your best opportunity to defeat Orthain Kinslayer and save your town. So, engagement rolls. You've got you could choose to lay an ambush while they're marching. You could chase them to try to catch up to them while they're marching. Hunt/investigate doesn't really work here. Assault would be charging into them. Break-in/infiltrate, you could slip into their army. If you guys all have black iron heavy armor, you could disguise as revenants. Or you could challenge Orthain to come out and face you. And probably the most likely engagement role is lookout, which is you would just join in with the city's defenders and keep a watch for them to approach.
So
I feel
it's
like we did that last time though. With the goblins.
I would say either some kind of ambush or a lookout.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we can call on our allies, the fairies, and our allies, the goblins.
Yes. So because this is the king fight, the 3 Baron missions you completed will help you out. Scarlet Bay is going to help out because Mayor Tom's defenses are all going to come into play in this battle. The taking out the
Sound the police.
taking out the Alphil means that the bone golems from that settlement have shown up to reinforce the defenders, and
nice.
I'm using fewer zombies and fewer furs squads in the attacking army. And the Canaries, their contribution will show up later, but it'll be really cool. So
Okay, you got it all planned out. All right.
yes. And then you already used up your support box with the fairies, but you still have your epic support box, which you got from finishing the Grand Alliance mission. So at any point during this mission, you guys can choose to have them show up in a really big, dramatic way.
All right.
Okay.
Back pocket.
As much as I hate to say it, having the defense of Mayor Tom's defenses available. If we do an ambush or something, it's going to be a little harder for those to be put into effect, according
unless
to our
I could do
alliance.
an ambush right there as they approach the town.
We could use them as a distraction to get close to, like, assassinate or something like that. Like,
So they're approaching by land.
Yep.
Okay.
An ambush over where like they're going, the ground that they're going to tread before the city, it definitely makes sense.
so playing with other bodies is safer. Called Deathwish.
Well,
Of the
we could-
NPCs.
Yeah. We want to live. I'm sorry. This game's cruel.
well,
It is.
so I'm wondering about some kind of, as they approach the town, so not far from the town, we've laid something that would draw them into explosives that we could fire off, and that would be our first.
That definitely is our first thought always.
It certainly fits our whole
Yep.
MO.
MO. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bait and switch.
So what if we had, I could use a.
Can
point
we
of
just
supply
like
to get
acknowledge all of the cards that Ian is now putting on the Roll20?
Yeah.
Yeah, if we want to bring that on screen for the audience, just feel free to scroll
Yeah.
over.
Man.
This guy.
And that doesn't count the Nemesis strike, does it?
Nope, Nemesis
No.
Strike is hidden.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
We haven't. The king's not even listed on this list yet.
No, it's
Yeah,
cool.
he's in the top right there.
We gotta just think of this as like the armies, right? We just gotta direct the armies.
Direct the hordes.
Yeah. and not get killed ourselves.
We can try to not get killed.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that if we laid some improvised explosives right in their path and did something to draw them into that path, that would make sense in terms of our first action against these guys. We know where they're coming from. We know the direction they're coming from. Tell me if I'm wrong about this.
No, you got it.
And the terrain kind of channels them toward the town.
Mm-hmm.
So unless they do something really unexpected, we have a direction they're coming from. Does that sound reasonable?
Yeah, there's a wide open plain leading up to the town where they could spread out. So putting it there will be challenging, but you could do it. If you're willing to let them pass the defenses, there's the ramp leading down into the city where they have to focus into a very tight space if you do want to hit them with a more focused detonation. But that means they'll be bypassing your first layer of defenses, all the walls that Tom
No,
built
I
up.
don't like that idea. So we could booby trap that, but not for the beginning.
Hang on. What do we know about their abilities?
About revenants?
Yeah, like who are we fighting here? Like what do we know? Like
Yeah, let me
ability-wise?
give a breakdown on revenant biology. All right. So,
we must use science to defeat them. Biology has been invoked.
Revenants take living creatures or zombies and inject their babies into them,
Oh my gosh.
into their hearts. And then the
Jeez.
little babies, which are called lemurs and then bata as they grow older,
Right.
live inside the zombie and direct it around with the same sort of necromancy that vampires use. They just give the zombie the thoughts that they want the zombie to act out. And then as they grow to maturity, they eat their way out through the body and use it to construct their own humanoid body. These are called furs. They've got a couple of cool tricks. They've got a black iron spike that they use to inject the babies, and that's a threat 2 potent versus armor weapon. They've got black iron armor, which means they're protected from accidentally releasing any emotional radiation, and they're also protected from Assassin's Bane clouds.
Protected from emotional radiation.
It's a real thing. And then they each carry Assassin's Bane inside their body that they can release into a death mist that kills all life around them, except others wearing black iron armor. And lastly, their most potent ability is their last heartbeat, which is an organ of mutagen they keep inside next to their heart. And when they would die the first time, they pump the mutagen through their body and mutate into a new form that allows them to survive and keep fighting.
Do we have any nuclear warheads?
Nope. You checked your inventory, not in
We have
there.
pies.
Not available for supply.
Yeah,
No,
can I just mark
more
one
than
load?
a supply.
Can we
And
get
so
some
you-
nukes? yeah, can we load some nukes into this game? Just give us a couple nukes, see what happens.
Yep.
My question was going to be, are they immune or are they also susceptible to the wind when it comes across?
They would
In an
be
open
susceptible
area.
to the wind in Ildathok, but they're on Earth right now.
What about
But the
zombies?
fairies can mess with Ildathok.
Yes. Yeah, if you could lure them into Ildathok, then the fairies would be able to hit them even harder, for sure.
What about do zombies die and get reanimated?
No, once you've destroyed a zombie, it's not getting back up again.
So do we have zombies on our side?
No, necromancy is generally frowned on because they're
Oh.
easy to get out of control.
But we have ants. Ants are pretty badass, right?
Yes.
The ants are
What we
like
need to
frontline
do
guys.
is actually meld the planes between Earth and Ildathok.
Yeah, what you'd need is a big reflective surface, and then to pour a whole bunch of Karinga all over it.
How's that valley looking? Is it like reflective sand or something?
Just grassland. But if you were to flood the plain somehow, then it could be reflective.
Mhm.
How much would it take to actually like put shattered glass or something, like dusted glass over it, where like they have to come into that reflective area?
Very difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah, covering a whole plane in glass would be.
Okay.
I can't think of any alchemy that would help you do that faster than it would be in real life, and in real life that would be really hard.
So, quick question. We do normally go to a break in about 10 minutes. Do we want to break early and then get into the action and everything after we do like an engagement roll?
yeah, I think
This is
we'll
like the
take.
final
Mhm.
We'll take.
push.
Well, I don't think we're gonna finish the king fight today. I
No.
don't think there's any chance of that. So yeah, we'll just in 10 minutes we'll take our break, come back, and then maybe we'll do the engagement roll and get into the start of the fight, and then
Mhm.
next week we'll finish it.
Yeah.
Cool.
I can't think of anything on a large scale that can be done. Only thing I can really think of is if we were to do something to the valley itself.
The only thing I can think of is flooding it.
No, I don't think that's a good. I think we need to blow them up because they're little little babies that are in other bodies. Like, I feel like flooding would not kill them necessarily.
Well,
But
so
blowing-
the plan is after they flood it a bit, they'll put Karinga out over it, which will drop them through into Ildathok, where the fairies can mess them up.
Mhm.
Oh.
You know,
We
we do
gotta
have.
move them away from a bunch of our allies.
Hmm.
So So it would make it harder for us to make use of the town.
Grigsby, don't you have access to like multiple items?
Yeah, I do. I have a huge item list.
Why
You-
not we use glitter bombs of red mercury?
What's that?
It is on the alchemist play sheet, and it's when someone is angry near the red mercury, it's auto ignition, temperature drops causing an explosion. Strong explosive, one bottle does threat 3 scale 1 harm. When thrown at an angry opponent, it will usually detonate in midair. It's often carried as glitter bombs, and you use it in a chamber of mock emerald. We
Aren't
can
they wearing
essentially,
mostly iron?
yeah, but if we do the ambush effect, that means we could be in it. If we're going to do an ambush of something, we just have to have people nearby enough to cause them to explode, and we could have them buried in the ground. Then they go off.
Here's what I'm thinking. They're going to get past our first line of defenses.
Yeah.
They are, which means that they're going to get channeled onto that causeway down into the town. Correct me if I'm wrong about this, Ian. So I think what we want to do is, deal with as many as we can coming into those defenses, but we also want to have that whole causeway prepared with some kind of big explosive attack to take out as many as possible once they're on that causeway.
Tyrion Lannister this shit.
Yeah, that sounds like a great plan.
And we could obviously deal with getting that causeway ready through flashbacks, since we're not doing this as an attack. That's not the initial
But
engagement.
do we want to waste our stress with that?
Well, no, it won't cause stress because it's obvious that you're preparing defenses.
Oh, okay.
We have total
We got
access.
this. We got this. We got this. We got this. We know how to play. Once we react and assess.
Yep. It's just what's the most effective engagement role is all we're focusing on right now.
Yeah. So I think it's the let them come to us one.
Yeah, the lookout.
lookout.
Let's see what the results is. So you just need to know for lookout, the detail you need to provide is which players are standing on guard and which ones are out scouting ahead.
Would it make sense for Irma to be scouting a little bit ahead on her beetle?
Could be. And then here's the results of that engagement roll. On a critical, your scouts will have managed to infiltrate the attack force. So Irma will have all of their details and will be in the perfect position. Controlled would be you spot the enemy when they're still far away. Risky is you spot the enemy, but only moments before they spring their attack. And desperate is that the enemy has already infiltrated your lines.
All right. Well, let's talk about how many dice we can get out of this.
So I would start you with probably 3D, 4D even, because you've got huge defenses, you've got a wide open plane that they're approaching you from, and you've got every opportunity. So I would say you'd start at 4D if you want to do a lookout. Ambush, you'd start with a lot less dice.
Yeah. So, well, that's why we would be doing the lookout, because we're in a more controlled position. All right. Is there anything we can do in terms of even just would a lot of sharpened spikes or anything like that preparing the ground that they're going to be coming in up against our walls? Would that be useful?
It could be. It sounds like more
we can put on those.
You'd flashback. Would be my only thought there. Is that you just say, all right, they're charging the walls. This is when I flashback to when we put a bunch of spikes and tip them all with Philosopher's Stone to penetrate.
I'm just thinking about getting that 5th die.
Yep. Yeah, and so mostly that would be along the lines of like whoever's scouting could make some risky action rolls to really like do some low flybys and.
Okay.
I totally can.
Okay.
To be on board though.
So why don't you?
The scout.
It sounds like finesse if you're going to try and stealthily scout them out.
Yep.
Or barrel if you want to just do a flyby faster than
We'll
they can
barrel
catch you.
here.
Well, barrel here.
Yeah.
Just laying out all your options.
Nobody barrels around these parts.
We are not barrelers.
Yeah, here we go.
We're dabblers. Everyone's got some dabble.
5.
Okay. So you fly in low and get good information. So that will be plus 1d on your engagement roll. However, you also are spotted, and one of them is going to fire a crossbow bolt up, and it will stick in your beetle and wound it.
Oh. Well, sorry, Beetle.
I'm actually surprised it lived 2 missions.
Should we make it live
Is
a
it
third?
gonna make it to where I can't make it back to town?
Nope.
I
it can
just want
still
to have a
fly
beetle
well-wounded.
for.
It's not even going to die from it. It's just the next shot will kill it.
Yep.
Or Beetle.
It's half dead.
They're all half dead. Sounds good.
All right. So you fly away again.
All right. So that's a 5 die engagement roll.
So far, yep.
I think that's probably good.
Okay. I think we'll save the excitement of the engagement roll for after the break, but we still have a few minutes left if anybody wants to figure out anything else about the ecology or make any other plans before the enemy hits you.
The philosopher tipped spikes. Thank you, Ian. That was a very good idea.
Yeah, you can roll for those now if you want, or you can wait until the enemy gets into melee, but I think they definitely will.
Yeah, I'm thinking so.
Yeah. Yeah,
Melee.
I think Irma would probably confer with everyone and all of our allies and like what's the best weaponry to use against them.
Yeah, so definitely northern weapons, which is Philosopher's Stone, Elixir, and Ether, are all super effective at melting their armor off. So those are very useful. And then actually having black iron armor yourself is the only way to fight inside their Assassin's Bane cloud without just melting. So anybody
Do we
who's
have
getting
access to that?
close to the enemy is going to want that. So if you want to have that on your character, you have to spend 2 load to be wearing the heavy armor, and you get the full benefits of that, which is you can use your armor box and your outfit box to resist harm. And then you also have to take a supply of black iron to coat your armor in.
So 3 things to get that black armor.
Yeah.
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 But it gives you other things too.
Mm-hmm.
How many slots do we have? How many supply slots?
It's exactly equal to the dice you have in pack.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Wait, but I get more because one of the items is just like supplies too for one of the sheets, right? For the Pioneer Vanguard, one of the items is just supply crate.
Oh yeah, and that lets you spend load to get a supply, if I remember right.
And how much load is there?
It's on your sheet.
It's 3, and then plus 2 for each die you have in lift.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Which
So-
is none.
Yeah, if you've got no lift, then a supply crate will be all of your load.
We're not barrely and we're not lifty.
It is possible that the town could hook you up with some black iron, though. That would be
That'd be
probably a survey roll would be the easiest one, or you could try to
How about a dabble?
emote. You're gonna have to think of a case for that.
Well, it's an investigation.
You're pretty good
ability,
at survey, Grigsby.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I want to dabble.
If you could think of a way for your academics to help, maybe you can think of something in the town that's made of an amalgam of something else in black iron and help them melt it down into more black iron for the defenses.
That absolutely sounds like a brilliant plan.
Or if you want, you're more than welcome to go ahead and talk Mayor Tom that he owes you because you got him into office. But I mean,
so I think to dabble to find a new source of black iron, that sounds control and normal. Yeah, you're in a great position to do that. Okay. So you get some black iron, but some of the
See what you
townsfolk
did? See
are
what you did?
I
disgruntled.
didn't do anything. You did it.
Bad vibes, bad energy. You affected the dice.
Oh my gosh.
You affected the dice.
Okay. And so we're now going to go on our break. And we'll be back in 5 to start this battle.